Like, share, subscribe, hit the super chat on the way in. Nah, not BGS calling me to the supervisor's office. No, it's not that BGS, not that. Okay, so yes, Mr. Z is running late, and my apologies. I wanted to make sure to get these recordings for y'all because Chrissy been listening to your boy. So it's confirmed because when y'all hear this, there's no one who says this more than Mr. Z. There ain't no way she's talking about anybody but Mr. Z when y'all hear what I'm talking about. But yeah, so we'll play it in a minute, right? We'll play it in a minute, right? Yeah. Anyway, on to the topic. So Chrissy responds to the list with some suspicion. Are 28 things that black women say they're not going to do because they're above it. Um, so there's that. Number one. Number two, she suspects that it was created by a man or a group of men. I think she's found some evidence of that it was created by a man who claims that it was with help of women. So still it's a list compiled by women, just curated or put together by a man, apparently. Um so there's that. Number one. Number two. Number three, Chrissy confirms for us that she is not poly whatever, she's poly curious, but the dudes that she messes with are not interested in poly. Yeah. Oh, why would they be? And if you're dating non-black men, we're assuming mainly white men, non-black men, so white men with a bit of means, why would they want to be sharing you? Further proof that you don't know what the hell you be talking about half the time. But go off, right? Go off. Um, Yeah, she calls us, the slow bus people that struggle with words or something along those lines. This is coming from the woman that can't keep a relationship with a damn, but okay, cool. Um, right? So, and she confirms to us that yeah, it's about being a white woman, and we're gonna get into it. We're gonna get into it. So, y'all already know Mr. Z shoestring budget and whatnot, but let's play a couple of clips to prove that Mr. Z got some idea of what he's talking about, right? So y'all tell me who she's referring to when you hear this, okay? And let's play this and hopefully it plays clearly, or as clear as it can play with my shoestring budget, spinshite budget, Velcro budget. I promise y'all I'm working on this. I promise y'all. All right, here we go.
And there was another guy. This is something else I wanted to address. He said something about, I don't know, he was like, the economy is bad. Why are you teaching black women to be hypergamous? And look, this whole economy argument, I completely understand it, but it's weird to me that black people, especially black men, are perfectly okay with black women birthing black children into a bad economy. The economy is bad, but y'all are still cool with black women struggling with men in this bad economy and possibly struggling financially with children in this economy. This is why I don't take the economy talking point seriously. Because if you were serious, why are you still telling black women to have children and birth them into the permanent underclass? Why are you still telling black women to do that? If black men are too broke to take a woman out on a nice date, a decent date, then chances are they're too broke or way too broke, honestly, to take care of a family, a wife and a family. So they don't deserve children. If the economy is bad and that's the reason, then y'all don't need children either. Children are very expensive, way more expensive than a nice steak dinner. Way more expensive than that. And I'm not saying this because I want children or marriage, but because most women do. And so, ladies, you got to pay attention to the messaging here. If they're too broke to take you out to a nice dinner and they barely making it because the economy is so bad, why are you having children with them? And I know the birth rate is going down. I know it is. But I'm just saying that they're not against that. They're not against you birthing their children while they broke. So is the economy really an issue, or is it just the fact that you still want access, even though you're broke? I don't think the economy being bad has really anything to do with it. I think that's
You sound like a wannabe elitist because you're really not. You sound like a wannabe elitist because you're really not. Let me get this right. White women and Latina women are saying, "Oh, hold up, wait a minute. Yeah, we might have went too far with this crazy talk. Wait a minute, defecating on men and all this. I want this lifestyle. I want this." And white women and Latina women, even some Asian women, are like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, we might have went too far. We sound a little too crazy. The environment is not conducive for this type of talk. The economy is definitely not conducive for this type of talk." And here come Mahogany Pink, because she said it a couple of years ago, you copying ass woman. And here go Chrissy saying, "Yeah, screw all that. Black men are using excuses, and we shouldn't have their children anyway." And here, the nameless protagonist in BGS pops up and say the Calhoun experiment, right? Mouse Utopia experiment. For all of you that don't know, look it up if you haven't seen it before. Mouse Utopia experiment, right? Chrissy, half of American households earn $74,000 a year or less. So if black men are too broke, promise you don't know what you're talking about. Chrissy's issue, dear Chrissy, if you want to know why it feels for you that other people outside of your little circle, that's other black women, that's black men, that's white folks, that's Latinos, that's Asians, are shaming women like you, namely black women that are so goddamn loud on the internet, it's because y'all are out of touch. Dear Chrissy, yes, y'all are too loud, because she said, she don't know if this is the time to be advertising like this. It's too late, Chrissy, because y'all been so goddamn loud on the internet for about a decade. Yes, y'all are too damn loud. And much of it is your damn fault. Yeah, Chrissy talking about she don't create luxury lifestyle stuff anymore because her recording skills are garbage, and she don't know how to pan, and she don't know how to do this, and she feels weird when she pull out her camera phone, and etc. etc. Chrissy, I don't know where you live, but I know that it's not that many ballers like that around the country. She brags about her luxury apartment and the people that live in her luxury apartment, whatever. Once you step outside of that luxury apartment, people balling like that, especially, and you're not dating a black man right now. So let me get this right. A white man or Latino man, I know you ain't pulling no Asians. A white man or Latino man is that interested in black women in general than a black woman of your age, and then he's okay with watching you pull out your phone to record stuff. No, that's not it. Could you grow the hell up and be honest? Lion says the average household income is 106. Yeah, but the median is 74. I mean, half below, half above. The people with some money are bringing that number up. Wait a minute, Mrs. Technical difficulties. There we go. Um, the people with some money are bringing that number up to 106, but the median, half below, half above, is 74,000 and some change. Right? Trail said Everglades Tech. Right? So this goes to show, like, she really doesn't appreciate the environment, and she don't care. And as y'all heard, she just thinks it's a bunch of excuses. That's fine. Go, Chrissy. Where's your goddamn wedding ring? So, I didn't record it, but she reads the response list, and when she reads the response list, I guess somebody put on the list women who've been engaged before, and she said, "Oop, I feel hit. I'm hit." Right? Because if y'all don't know, Chrissy been engaged, I don't know how many damn times. Right? So once again, I say to other black women, "Oh yeah, we SBEing tonight, or today, this afternoon." Y'all listening to a woman who openly admits that she's um poly curious. She doesn't want to she's in and out of wanting to be married, and she doesn't want to have children. And you're getting your advice from a woman like this. Do you not understand how she can afford to be this self-centered, this selfish, this myopic, because she doesn't plan on having children? And she's in and out of deciding whether she wants to be married or not. Do you not understand? And please, God, if Chrissy ever has a child, I wish her a son. Ooh, I wish her a son. I wish her a son. Right? Cynthia G should have had a son. Princella should have had a son. All these women should. I know a lot of brothers like, no, no, don't wish that on the boy. No, I'm saying her. I wanna bless her with a son. Right? Huh. So y'all heard it. So yeah, Chrissy, I don't know anybody know of anyone in the Black Manosphere that's talking like Mr. Z and bringing up the economy every 5 seconds to illustrate how retarded these people sound? Because maybe Chrissy's referring to someone other than me. I don't know. Right? Chrissy, you're out of touch. You could keep on trying to defend this if you want, and y'all caught that she was treading real close to that Cynthia G um um eugenics talk, right? She got real close to the eugenics talk. Is Mr. Z the only one that peeped? Boy, women in general, black women specifically. The second y'all start, I ain't having no kids. I ain't gonna birth your kids. By the way, shout out to all the fathers out there. Now you understand why they want to take the kids and the divorce so they could manipulate those children because they do see those kids as yours. That's why they want to destroy the kid. That's why they want to turn the kid against you. See, when they angry, when they annoyed, that's when the truth come out, right? Why you gonna give them kids? Why you gonna give them? I thought these were our kids. Oh, it ain't our kids because you don't want to have them because I don't got no money like that. And by the way, Chrissy, that doesn't apply to me. Exactly, exactly, Dre. You see, she definitely did say she did. Y'all don't deserve kids. Exactly, y'all don't deserve kids. Who needs Nazis when you got Chrissy? When you got Cynthia G? Who needs them? Right? When you have Princella, who needs them? Chrissy, by the way, I see you mentioning Princella here and there, and you're mentioning Shira Seven here and there. Chrissy, you give birth to the Princellas. Maybe not so much the Shira Sevens, but you give birth to them, whether she came before you or not. Because when we scale from black men ain't ish to non-black men are still too anti-black in mass, you only have, and non-black women are too anti-black in mass. You only have other women. Chrissy, you give birth to that. You're not scaling your ideology up. You're not, and that's how you end up where you are. Right? So here's the next clip. Here we go. Like, share, subscribe, hit the super chat.
But yeah, there's actually a lot of showy, wealthy, non-black people. I see them all the time in my luxury apartment building. Some of them have ridiculous cars. Like they do it in a different way. They don't, go all out with the rims and stuff. But white people absolutely have a lot of showy luxury vehicles, like with the way they design them, the way that the wraps that they put on their car, the colors. Some of the shit really looks ridiculous. There's some lifestyle influencers that live in my building that show their home decor in their luxury apartment. So like them trying to act like this is just a black woman, no, it's not. And look, this woman this is her little girl's playhouse. This is her little girl's playhouse. This is how little white girls and white women are being marketed. And you're trying to say that black women and black girls can't occupy this space. This is why I 100% co-sign the Black Women in Luxury movement. If little white girls and white women can do this, black women and girls can do this shit too. Fuck what y'all got to say about it. I don't care if it's too white, Eurocentric. I don't give a shit about none of that. We can work on that. We can work on the bad stuff. We can improve upon it. But for y'all to act like we can't be occupied or shown in this light, fuck you. Yes, we can. Yes, we can, and we deserve to be shown in this light. LAS says, I find it weird that many black folks live vicariously through the wealth and flaunting of luxury by rappers and athletes. I said this in one of my luxury videos, yes. But have a huge problem with regular black women wanting
Huh. So first, the luxury apartment thing. You mean the luxury apartment that you lamented being in by your goddamn self? Number one. Number two, you hear how she sounded, how animated she got when she mentioned the white woman and this white little girl, and I saw it with the mini Mick, with the child McMansion, right? I saw the clip of it. You heard how she sounded, the envy, because a rich ass white family was able to afford their daughter a little playhouse McMansion thing going on, and f what black men are talking about, right? You see how animated she got? The envy. This is why we call it the myth of white womanhood. The envy. F what y'all talking about, right? You comparing black men in mass to, and thank you Russo Gian for the cash app. Thank you Russo Gian for the cash app. You're calling average black men dusty losers, all type of thing. You question our intelligence. You're mocking our intelligence because the rich white folks are rich white folking. Hey man, y'all can't make this up, man. You can't make this up. The rich white folks are doing rich white folk things, and Chrissy says, "F what y'all talking about," right? Boy, the resentment, the anger. You hear that? Because okay, let me say this. Let me pat myself on the back for this. I said it from the beginning. I walked in the door saying this. Their issue with black men is that black men didn't make them upper middle class and rich white women. It's not about being white women in a vacuum. No, it's upper middle class and above. It's really rich and elite white women, but it's upper middle class and above white women. And the more Chrissy speaks and the more Yanni speaks, the more y'all heard Kim Foster speak, right? Mahogany Pink, Lexus Exodus, Shira 7, right? See, at first, black men were convinced, no, it's because we ain't stepping up, man. We're below average. Even if you were average, they not looking for that. That ain't good enough. How they gonna show off? And even Chrissy said this is about experiences, about different experiences. She ain't saying nothing about learning the man. She didn't say nothing about learning the man. Learning what his thing, what he is interested in, learning what so he can learn what you're interested in, etc., etc. She didn't say nothing about that. It's all about her and this is why whether that Cheesecake Factory date is a skit or not, this is why it didn't matter whether it's a skit. Because you said pretty much what the other lady said, what the lady on the skit said. She was talking about, isn't it your job to cater to me? Translation, kiss my ass. See, Chrissy, are you sure we're the ones who don't understand words? Are you sure? Because I'm reading right through what you're saying and what you really mean. You pretty much said the same thing the lady from the cheesecake skit said. Chrissy talking about, if a man really likes you, she pulled the if he cared he would, or what, however that phrase is going on online in the women's spaces. Chrissy pulls one of those, if he cared, he would try to impress you and da. Yawn. And so Chrissy does the whole, they're just looking for different experiences. Some of these places are the same amount as if you would go to Cheesecake. In other words, it's all about the exclusive spot. Chrissy's trying to say whether it's expensive or not, fine. Okay, grant you that. The exclusive spot that she could brag about. That's what it's about. Fine. And this is why dating has gone to the crapper. See, Chrissy, it's not just black men. Oh no. Them white boys that y'all coveting, those Latinos that y'all gonna use as the fallback plan. Yeah, they're not dating like that either. Oops. Huh? So I will grant Chrissy this, and I agree with her, and I said that also walking into Black Manosphere, and let's stop with the white people don't spend their money like this and they'll show off like that. That's not true. Look, Mr. Z been around white folks. I've been around small hat white folks. Yes, they do. White folks in small hats. They're maybe for the past generations, maybe the boomers didn't, have this outlandish show-offy wealth, right? But their children, yeah. Small hats, I don't know. Maybe the small hats y'all around, but the small hats Mr. Z's around, I'm not saying all of them, but a nice chunk of them are very show-offy too. So I agree with Chrissy on that, right? The white folks that Mr. Z's been around, yeah. They show off a little different. I agree with Chrissy, but yeah, they do damn show off. Right? So let's dead this whole conversation. White folks don't do that. Right? And Dre says the ones that have a lot of money do. Not even just the ones that have a lot of money. One or two steps under that, they still showing off. Right? And I've been around, y'all know I live in South Florida. Right? The rednecks are showing off in their own way also with their 15 and 20-year-old lifted trucks, right, with the mud tires. Everybody's spending money to stand apart in some way somehow, right? Everybody's trying to look for bragging rights. And for black women, their bragging rights they feel should be a mirror image of what white women's bragging rights are, which is look what he bought me. Let me tell you where we went. Let me tell you how I hit him up, right? And so it's good. This is good, right? Shout out to Jason Black. This is good. This is good. That they're being more honest now because they don't got a goddamn choice. So now, Chrissy, you might as well just come out and say it. If you ain't balling, you dusty. Because you're talking around it. Just come up the middle and say it. Grow a pair of ovaries. And just come up the middle and say it. If you ain't balling, you're dusty. Right? At least Yanni said it. I want to be a kept woman of leisure. Hey, I love it. I love it. I love that now they're being a bit more honest. Not, mainly because we were putting their backs to the wall. Right? Mainly because we're putting their backs to the wall. But y'all hear how she sounded when she started speaking about that playhouse for the little girl? F that. That's when she started using profanity. She started getting real animated. Of course, because the envy of white girls and white women. Oh, that myth of white womanhood. Oh man, black women. Your kryptonite right there, boy. Ooh, that envy of white women. Ooh. Next clip.
And I recall a long time ago a Manosphere Negro saying that they would prefer that black women not work on developing our femininity and creating corrective promotion because we had bigger fish to fry, like fighting white supremacy. That's what a nigga told me. They were so worried about black women leaving black men behind that they tried to sabotage all of our spaces. And now they're pretending that they would be supportive of black women being more feminine, and no, they wouldn't. They don't support that shit. They've proven over the years that they don't. They don't really want that. So
First, leaving black men behind. Chrissy, man. Okay, look, serious talking point. Serious now, serious. Chrissy, black women been trying to leave black men behind for at least a good 5 decades, at the very least. Chrissy, what the environment and what white folks are showing you is they're not gonna allow you to. This isn't even about what black men are and aren't doing. White society gaslight you with the feeling that they might let you do it, and they haven't let you do it yet. 5 decades, at least a good 3-ish generations. You're absolutely insane if you think that black women can leave black men behind. How? Isn't that much of y'all complaint that y'all stuck with this black skin like black men have it? And no matter what you do, people associate you with black? Y'all thought y'all could have gender or sex your way out of that. And I mean that's a double entendre the way I mean sex. It hasn't happened yet and it won't happen. Leave black men behind. What drugs are you on? Black men afraid we're gonna leave them behind. Even y'all been trying, it's been failing because it's not up to black men or black women. Wow. And this is what happened. Chrissy, you gotta be in your echo chamber only talking to black women. Ain't no way. There's no way you forget just black. Who the hell are you talking to tell? Actually, nah, that ain't gonna work. I don't know about that one. Wow. Dear black people, you're tied by the hip. You're joined by the hip. There is no black man, no black woman. There is no black woman, no black man. That I don't know where y'all get this from. I just don't. Black women been trying for decades to separate themselves politically and socially from black men, and it ain't happened yet. And it ain't gonna. It's not going to happen. And this femininity talk. Look, Chrissy, it's clear that you see femininity as a chocolate dip version of an upper middle class and above white woman. That's how you see femininity. It's very clear. And unfortunately for you, white society will give you little blink and you'll miss it clippings of that with Naomi Campbell or what's her face, all these different models. They'll give you little versions of it where y'all can hold on to for dear life, right? But it ain't real. That ain't a thing. Stop. Grow up. Y'all gotta be on an alternate universe. There's no way. Y'all sure she living on the same planet we living on? There ain't no way, right? Leave black men behind, man. If you don't stop, stop. Somebody to tell just stop talking. Stop, stop. And y'all give me a second. Next clip.
And speaking of what I want personally, I didn't know if I was going to address this, but I'm going to address it, since we're talking about how, kids and family. I don't want those things. I don't want kids. I barely want marriage. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But let me clear something else up that people keep running with, okay? Chrissy is not polyamorous. I am not poly, okay? Now, some of you know that I've overshared in the past that I am polycurious, meaning I'm curious about dating two people at the same time. I have never actually been in a polyamorous union. Why? Because the men I generally go for are not open to that. So it's just not realistic for me to be poly at this point in time, nor is it a necessity for me to be polyamorous, okay? And you can, if you believe in astrology, you can blame my Venus and Gemini. You can blame my Venus and Gemini. Your girl likes variety. I do. That's just what I like, okay? But being curious about polyamory or wanting two partners is absolutely nothing I'm ashamed of at all. It's just one of those fantasies that I have. And it's not something I'll hide if I choose to ever have more than one partner. But, if you're going to talk about me, please get your facts straight.
Anyway, first, questioning our intelligence. Lady, you can't even get a damn relationship. God damn. How smart are you exactly? Says the woman who can't keep a goddamn man. The habitual dater of non-black men, talking about who doesn't understand words. Talking about the short bus in Blackistan. Maybe you should have stayed in Blackistan a little bit longer, right? Loser. Let me get this right, Chrissy. You have spent approaching a decade on this mission, right? On this get black men back, because who I can't get or keep in the black community, and you still don't got a black man. And you keep on saying you're going in and out of considering whether you want to be married or not. Let's be honest, you ain't making it work with these non-black men. So when y'all break it, be like, oh, okay, well, I don't want to get married. And then you start dating again, and then it's a possibility. And then y'all break up again. Oh, I don't want to get married. Let's be honest. Come on, let's grow up, right? You gotta get these people. Right? Get black men and black women. The lifestyle. Look, Chrissy, dear black women, Chrissy don't got nothing for y'all. Nothing. Oh yeah, we SBN today, like I said. Right? So she questions our intelligence. She essentially calls us dummies that are on the short bus. Chrissy of all people is calling someone else dummies that's on the short bus, while she laments being in her luxury apartment by her goddamn self. While she envies a little white girl who's in a playhouse that her parents can afford. Huh? And thank you for the super chat. The Raj report, what's going on, Raj? He says, where are they going? My bad. I'm on my Captain Obvious right now. Bro, I don't know where they think they're going. Right? I don't know where they think they're going, Raj. They've been trying. Right? You would have thought they learned. They ain't learned. Right? And dear black women, it's not up to black men. I want to say it again. It is not up to black men. Right? Y'all throwing a fit, y'all angry at the world because whatever delusions of grandeur you have, whatever delusions of elite white womanhood bliss, elite white womanhood, lifestyle, it's not working, and so you're mad at black men? Right? So it's black men's fault? Right? So Chrissy spent a good 2 hours breaking down this list, being suspicious about whether a woman is who compiled the list or not, whether it was black women that compiled the list or not. Of course, she defecated on black men. Y'all know she had to do that. It's obligatory. Yeah. And just talking crap about black men. Right? She says, don't worry about her. She ain't checking for black men like that. Chrissy, we ain't checking for you. So a polycurious woman, fine, you want to change the way you say it? Fine, I'll change the way I say it. A polycurious woman who doesn't want to have children, is hopscotching in and out whether she wants to be married one day, is the woman who's giving black women what, relationship advice? Luxury lifestyle advice? Huh? Oh yeah, don't miss the part where she was calling other black women like Sukiyana and them and Sexy Red and them Dusties. Yeah, we already have our issues with them. But as I said to many black women before, whoever's listening, Chrissy starts off talking crap about black men. It's not going to stay there. Chrissy's biggest issue, oh yeah, Mr. Z going right there, is with her parents. Chrissy's biggest issue is with her grandparents. Let me sound like Kevin real quick. Rest in peace, Kevin Samuels. Chrissy's issue is that she was born not rich, and she's seething about it. She's resentful and angry that she was born not rich. She's angry that her parents conceived her and her grandparents conceived them not rich. She's seething that black men with some money didn't elevate her to being rich. She's angry she still don't got the wedding ring from a non-black man who's rich to make her rich. This reminds me, and this is why I brought up Kevin, of when Kevin had to reprimand that young lady who essentially was talking down about average men and all this other stuff, and Kevin had to slow her up real quick and be like, wait a minute, you talking crap about your family, you talking crap about your mom, your dad. And at first she was trying to talk back, and then when it hit her that Kevin was right, she got real quiet. I want you to understand, we're dealing with black people, black women who have contempt for their own parents in a roundabout way. Yeah, Chrissy, you could say how you must say that, but low key, you might have contempt for your mom conceiving you and not being you say she that's not but listen how you see. We tell by you don't even say apartment. You got luxury apartment. I, I I have those friends. I have best friends who now own homes, but spent a couple years in luxury apartments. You never referred to it as a luxury apartment. It was just the spot. You know what? And by the way, he's married. Him and his wife and my black wife. You know why they refer to it as luxury apartment? Because it's just a goddamn apartment. Or respectability politics, right? Or I mean, I guess you'll call it well-off shaming, right? I'm not trying to shame Chrissy for doing okay, right? Having a couple of dollars, doing okay, right? Chrissy, that is great that you're doing okay financially. But look at what look at the product of your project. Look at your project and look at what it's produced, right? Huh? Right? And y'all like, share, subscribe, hit the super chat. So why we're covering this today is to emphasize this. Everything else, we're poking a little fun, we're critiquing, but why we're covering this is to show how out of touch these people are, these women are. Chrissy, yes, the news covered this. Yes, Stephen A. Smith even covered it. You know what it is? It's like being in the '08 recession, still talking about fruity pebble chains, right? Y'all forgot that even Jeezy, had a couple of songs saying, yeah, like he wow, I can't even highlight I can't even highlight Bruce Owen Wayne's comment. There we go. There we go. Okay, yeah. Uh, Borgan again? Jeez. Hey, these people don't like me. Ooh, they don't like me. Boy, this traffic is redonkulous today. Okay. Um, as I was saying, let's see if y'all can hear me better now. Let me get a one if y'all can hear me better now. I will be Borgan again in about another 2 to 3 minutes. Maybe a little bit faster if I could get around this suburban. Yeah. Anyway, we cover this because of how out of touch these people are. We cover this because we are seeing more and more how right I was, and that their issue is that they are not white women, right? That's what we realize. That's what we've been knowing, and that's what they've been proving. And they're proving it more and more. They are proving it more and more. That's why I say let them talk. The internet will expose us all. I keep on saying it. I did not pull those out of nowhere. I did not pull those out of nowhere, right? Mr. Z ain't a genius, but I know well enough to know how human beings work, how women work, and how black women work enough to know, oh, they don't got to go through the white filter no more. Oh, they could just click a button and stream for themselves. Oh, this is about to be fun. They're about to be exposing the hell out of themselves. I know enough to know that. While Chrissy over here questioning our intelligence, huh? I knew enough to say let them talk because I knew eventually we would get to what you really mean. And what you really mean is I'm angry at black men because they didn't make me rich white women. I'm angry at America because they didn't make me rich white women. I'm angry at white men because they didn't make me rich white women. I'm angry at white feminists because they didn't make me rich white women. I'm angry at my parents because they didn't. I wasn't born to a rich white family to make me a rich white girl. Excuse me, and then to eventually for me to be a rich white woman. I knew that's what we would get to eventually. I know it, right? So while you talking, right? So we hear Chrissy talking. What is she saying exactly? Yawn. Here, um, how Disney and some of these other networks preyed on little girls. They preyed on children in general, but specifically little girls with lifestyle branding. Christy is not too far off of Mr. Z's age. She's you know a product of that. She is a product of that. So yes, Chrissy, I'm gonna speak about the economy because unlike you, Chrissy, I talk about the entire environment. I was kind of making light of it and I was saying it in jest, but I kind of really meant what I said when I said these people will be living in Armageddon still talking about luxury lifestyle, right? These people will be living in Armageddon still talking about who's not buying what and who's not doing what and what black men aren't doing, etc., etc. I was joking, but I wasn't joking. Exhibit A, Chrissy, right? And once again, Bruce on Wayne, thank you for the super chat. Exhibit A, Chrissy, right? So we went from billion-dollar companies and million-dollar CCOs and whoever advertising lifestyle to children, mainly little girls, to now we have people that's making some thousands of dollars a year, maybe let's say 100, 120, let's say on YouTube they're making them, tens of thousands of dollars on YouTube. Now they're the ones selling this to children, mainly little girls, right? Huh. And Chrissy thinks it's us. We're the problem. She's mocking and insulting our intelligence. Yeah. Yeah, Chrissy, I talk about the economy. Yeah, I talk about the environment. Yeah, I talk about what this economy is right now. Because unlike you, I care about black people. Black men, but black people, you care about a lifestyle. And if you can't have it, well, ain't no children, ain't no nothing. The whole world stops because Chrissy can't be an upper middle class or rich white woman. Shout out to all of you people who think women are morally superior to men. Yeah, that's it. Exhibit A. Self-centered, selfish ass Chrissy. Y'all thought it was only Cynthia G. Chrissy been saying pretty much the same thing for a little while that Cynthia G been saying, and she just don't say it so overtly. Look at where she got annoyed. When she got annoyed, you hear how she sounded? When she saw that little white girl, boy, there's something about white women and white girls. Boy, y'all hate them. Ooh. I don't know who y'all hate more, black men or white women. You see how she responded. Once she saw that little girl in that playhouse, she lost it. If we can't have this lifestyle, then why should I have kids? Yeah. Dear Black Manosphere, this is a victory for us. It didn't take us a century. It didn't take us 5 decades. It took a ragtag group of men who barely know each other, not even a full decade. Not even a full decade. While Samantha Cooker talking about squaring up. Man, if you don't get the entire hell out of here. It didn't even take us a full decade, and they're on the ropes. They had decades head start. It didn't even take us a decade, and we didn't have white largesse and white money to help us either. And they're on the ropes. Huh. And the reason why that matters is to show you black women, and Mr. Z been saying it from the beginning. Black women's biggest issue with black men is that black men did not make them rich, snobby, a-hole white women. They want the social and the political power of upper middle class, rich and elite white women. Really rich and elite white women, but you know, we'll squeeze in upper middle class just to make it sound a little bit more sensible. And that was Chrissy's whole thing about this video. They're trying to make it seem like we're being unreasonable, unsensible. You are in this environment. That's the whole point. You are in this environment. That's why everybody's making fun. If you weren't being so myopic, you would see it. These people swear everybody's trying to humble them. No, everybody's telling you sound crazy. Chrissy trying to pull one of those, well, if you just broke, just say that. Well, if you just a lonely loser, just say that. Chrissy, you got money. Chrissy, you got money. You don't got no kids, so all that money going to you. All your YouTube money and all your career money is going to you. You live in a luxury apartment, and you're still lamenting being in it by your goddamn self. And the Roger report says, and thank you for the super chat, Raj. So she doesn't want children because she can't make them rich white women. Maybe. Maybe. Right? This is funny, Toya. This is funny. Crazy, insane, or insane, crazy. When I say Hussein, you say shady. Right? Look, she really does. But Chrissy represent a nice chunk of black women in America. I would argue black women in the West. Now, I will say this one, I don't think it's all. For this particular brand of insanity, I'm not even going to say most. But a nice ass minority. Ooh, this is a nice minority right here. And I don't even know if I want to even limit that to black women, to be honest with you. I just think they'd allowed us about it. But let's actually say that. Dear America, yeah, these are your daughters. Yep. You want to know why your daughters don't want to have children, why they don't want to get married? Because they think and sound like this. See, y'all keep on, all the old heads keep on talking about, you know, like men don't want to produce, and the problem is men are not stable. No, your daughters ain't looking for stability. They're looking for a lifestyle, a luxurious lifestyle. They're looking for luxury experiences, luxury lifestyle. So they kind of want, wait for it, patriarchy? Uh-oh. They kind of still want men to earn more than them magically, even though they fought to earn as much as men? Wait a minute. Something about this math ain't mathing. Right? Something about this math ain't mathing. Right? Wow. So Chrissy's talking like this. She's been on this project for some years. She's insulting and mocking black men. She thinks it's funny. It's not funny. And all she has to show for it is an army of women, single, alone, looking at the Chrissies and the Yannies of the world, excuse me, as prophets. Yeah, they took down Cynthia G because she sounded like a Nazi. But Chrissy, how do you think you sound with your absolute obsession with white womanhood? That's why we call it the myth of white womanhood. She is obsessed with white women. White little girls and white women, right? See what I'm saying? Spain man says, why she got need to mention quote unquote luxury apartments so many times? She can't help it. That's what her project's about. It's not about black women doing better with black men. It's not even about black women necessarily ending up with non-black men as an option. It's about living a luxurious lifestyle through any man. And because she deems like black men can't really afford this lifestyle as much as non-black men, particularly train tracks, white men, particularly white men, then it's all about white men. She got to mention luxury apartment. It got to be luxury apartment every 5 seconds. I knew this project wasn't about black women opening up their options, period. No. Black women know Asian men ain't checking. That's why they don't ever mention them. All you got is Issa Rae that said something once. Well, actually twice, right? They know Latino men in general don't got it like that. A handful of Latino men on the West Coast, the Northeast, and the South. A handful. And mainly the white ones. Well, we're back to racist land. Because y'all ain't seen racist until you seen a white Latino. You ain't seen anti-black. Ask me how I know. So what does that leave? White men. Oops. So now you see why they had this segment. What channel was it where they had this segment about black women with white men? I didn't say non-black men. I said white men in particular because that's what this has always been about. And that's what it's about for Chrissy also, if we're going to be honest. Right? That's what it's about. That's what it's always been about. And that's what it's going to continue to be about. Right? That's what it's going to continue to be about. And we're covering it to show, dear black men, this ain't about you. It really isn't. This is not about you. This is about women like Chrissy who want to be upper middle class white women so bad that they are perfectly okay with throwing black men under the bus, insulting black men, right? Going at white women, going at everyone. White men that are not down with the team. Anyone could get it if you're trying to tell black women, whoa, 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 whoa. I don't know. You sound a little crazy, right? Anyone could get it, right? We're gonna play that clip again of when the dollhouse when y'all heard that, man. Y'all heard that. That dollhouse got her all worked up, right? And she started cursing up a storm and everything. But of course, Your slip is showing, Chrissy. You're undressing yourself. That's why I said let them talk. It only took her forever to get here, but yeah. Right? I knew we would get here eventually. We let you talk long enough, and look at where we ended up. Right? With Cynthia G and her like and her ilk, we ended up in Dachau or Auschwitz, and Chrissy over here being a voyeur for white folks. Goddamn, Mr. Z. Right? Let me see. Which one of these clips was her speaking about the dollhouse and throwing a goddamn fit? Let me see. Which one of these was it? Was it this one? Wait a minute. Let's see. Uh-oh. Give me 1 second, y'all. But yeah, throwing a fit over a damn because of a rich white girl in her family and what they were able to afford her. Let's see. Let's just play this clip. Let's see.
And there was another guy. This is something else I wanted to address.
Oh, that's not the one. That's not the one. That's the one. She's speaking about I think she's speaking about me on that one actually. Let's see.
But yeah, there's actually a lot of showy, wealthy, non-black people. I see them all the time in my luxury apartment building. Some of them have ridiculous cars. Like they do it in a different way. They don't, go all out with the rims and stuff. But white people absolutely have a lot of showy luxury vehicles, like with the way they designed it, the way that the wraps that they put on their car, the colors. Some of the shit really looks ridiculous. There's some lifestyle influencers that live in my building that show their home decor in their luxury apartment. So, like, them trying to act like this is just a black woman, no, it's not. And look, this woman this is her little girl's playhouse. This is her little girl's playhouse. This is how little white girls and white women are being marketed. And you're trying to say that black women and black girls can't occupy this space. This is why I 100% co-sign the Black Women in Luxury movement. If little white girls and white women can do this, black women and girls can do this shit too. Fuck what y'all got to say about it. I don't care if it's too white, Eurocentric. I don't give a shit about none of that. We can work on that. We can work on the bad stuff. We can improve upon it. But for y'all to act like we can't be occupied or shown in this light, fuck you. Yes, we can. Yes, we can, and we deserve to be shown in this light. LAS says, I find it weird that many black folks live vicariously through the wealth and flaunting of luxury by rappers and athletes. I said this in one of my luxury videos, yes. But have a huge problem with regular black women wanting nice things. Exactly.
And we deserve to be shown in this light. After she says F us, by the way. F you, black man. And black women deserve to be shown in this light. Dear Chrissy, no one deserves it. This is not a matter of deserve. I don't know where y'all get. Chrissy, maybe Mr. Z does need to open a dictionary because the way y'all use words, maybe I'm missing something for the definition of deserve. Deserve? You think people in general, women, deserve to be shown in any particular light? Deserve. And we deserve to be shown in this light. By whose order? Says who? And we deserve to be shown in this light. What? After she curses about F this and F that, because she saw the white woman and her little girl in that playhouse. Once y'all don't understand, like I'm telling y'all, the timing. Once she saw it sparked something in her, like, right? F black men, right? For those of y'all that remember, like Ned Flanders, I can't remember what Simpsons episode where he was like he started snapping about something. I can't remember. He snapped on Bart. He snapped a diddly diddly diddly, and like that's Chrissy. The second she saw the white woman and her daughter, and then she saw the little play. Well, it's not little. The playhouse. You know when somebody start blinking with one eye, they got the twitch, right? Diddly diddly diddly. She started going off. Of course. And this is why y'all see BGS react to Shay Sade, to the women from the breakdown when they start talking about white women. It's something about black women and white women, right? Maybe that's their issue with black men, is that we don't envy white men enough. We don't envy white men. It's not just their position. Would we like to have the wealth? Yeah. Would we have gone around the planet and raped and pillaged and destroyed it to remake it in our image? Eh. And maybe that's black women's problem with black men, is that black men don't want to destroy the planet for black women. So that we could make black women, we could literally kick white women off the pedestal and put black women there. I've said it before, right? Kick off Margot Robbie, kick off what other blonde, blue-eyed chick these dudes be drilling over? I don't know. Whoever. And in Margot Robbie's place, we put, oh yeah, that's what I said, Uchechi from the Grapevine. No, not Uchechi. Woof, sorry. Ashley Acuna from the Grapevine, not Uchechi. Sorry. Wrong person. Right? This is why we let them talk. This is why I've said it. Y'all like, share, subscribe, hit the super chat. This is why I've said it. This is why I continue to say it over and over and over and over again. Let them talk. The internet will expose us all. And Chrissy's lucky that I'm just now, capturing these things. Paris is too. Because they've said so much reckless things over the past couple years, over the past few years. Chrissy, you're not gonna tell your subscribers how you said, you engage in a little fantasy here and there too? You're not gonna remind them that you said that? Pretty much telling them you selling them on BS fantasy? And thank you, Line. That's one of the things that black women are running into also. Because if white women are running into it, you can't tell me black women aren't running into it. Black women are running into it and still don't want to accept that that's what they're running into. And Lion says, at least white men of old, most of today's average white man don't have ish to get either. Don't have ish together either. Exactly. Exactly. Right. But don't let a little thing like facts and history and our current environment get in the way. Don't let the fact that the median household income is $74,000 a year get in the way. Dear black women like Chrissy, don't let that get in the way. Don't let the fact that even some of your news anchors and news reporters are covering this to kind of mock and make fun of y'all and be like, who created this list? And Chrissy is so hell bent on defending her space. Yeah, they're gonna make fun of you, right? Yes, they will. Chrissy, y'all are loud. Y'all been loud for years, Chrissy. Y'all been loud for years, Chrissy. I said it before. Let me say it again. Y'all danced on Kobe Bryant's grave just because he didn't have a black wife, Chrissy. Just because he didn't have a black wife. Chrissy, you didn't reel those women back. Detroit, I'll take it. I'll take it. Detroit says, Mr. Z Spider Man. I'll take it. Right? Got to be a bald Spider Man with a beard, but I'll take it. Right? So, Chrissy, y'all danced on Kevin Samuel's grave. You wish, not you particularly, but black women wish death on Jamie Foxx. And it would have been one thing if y'all were just doing that in the hair salons and nail salons. No, y'all are doing it on the internet for other non-black people to see. Y'all are doing this on the internet for non-black people to see, and then you wonder why right now it feel like for you that the whole world is what shaming black women because they're and oh yeah, how did I forget? Chrissy tries to kind of poke fun and do well. These are these women's preference. She tries to be a little snarky, right? A little cheeky. She tries to do the whole preference thing, like she's trying to mock us. You know, this is their preference if they want to go to these type of restaurants. Nice try, Chrissy. Nice try. Right? But yeah, the world because y'all are being too. I said it before. China cracked down on the Chinese citizens that were opening, expensive luxury items and putting it on camera and et cetera, et cetera. They cracked down on that because of social cohesion, right? Chrissy, y'all being too damn loud. Y'all are being, not only are you being loud, you're being aggressive and straight up anti-black and racist towards black men on the internet for non-black people to see. What you think that's gonna equal to eventually? I said it for all of y'all. It ain't gonna be black men that put a foot in y'all ass. It's gonna be white society. It's gonna be white men. Chrissy is gonna be the same white men you keep on comparing black men to. If you don't believe me, well, go ask Cynthia G. You think it was black men? There's an article from a white woman that covered Cynthia G. Oops. Right? Hmm. You see, and Spademan says, my old white woman boss seemed to basically run a gynocracy in her household, talk cash-ish about her husband, two high-achieving daughters, and one underachieving son. They neuter their sons, man. Right? Chrissy, you gonna learn. And I think you know, but you just can't get off. Your pride won't let you get off this train. You know. Chrissy knows, y'all. Chrissy's not dumb. She may not be fully informed. None of us are. But she's informed enough. Chrissy knows. And that's why she admitted the truth about the economy and the reality of the economy right now. She know Mr. Z ain't lying. Thanks for confirming that you listen to Z, Chrissy. Right? But Chrissy knows. She know I'm not lying. She just said pretty much it's an excuse. I don't. Yeah, it's an excuse. Right? Let me see if I could find that clip. Let's see. Y'all give Mr. Z 1 second. But yeah, of course, of course.
And there was another guy. This is something else I wanted to address. He said something about, I don't know. He was like, the economy is bad. Why are you teaching black women to be hypergamous? And look, this whole economy argument,
By the way,
I
that's not what I
completely
said.
understand it, but it's weird to me that black people, especially black men, are perfectly okay with black women birthing black children into a bad economy. The economy is bad, but y'all are still cool with black women struggling with men in this bad economy and possibly struggling financially with children in this economy. This is why I don't take the economy talking point seriously. Because if you were serious, why are you still telling black women to have children and birth them into the permanent underclass? Why are you still telling black women to do that? If black men are too broke to take a woman out on a nice date, a decent date, then chances are they're too broke or way too broke, honestly, to take care of a family, a wife and a family. So they don't deserve children. If the economy is bad and that's the reason, then y'all don't need children either. Children are very expensive, way more expensive than a nice steak dinner. Way more expensive than that. And I'm not saying this because I want children or marriage, but because most women do. And so, ladies, you got to pay attention to the messaging here. If they're too broke to take you out to a nice dinner and they barely making it because the economy is so bad, why are you having children with them? And I know the birth rate is going down. I know it is.
Thanks to women like you, Chrissy.
They're not against that. They're not against you birthing their children while they broke. So is the economy really an issue, or is it just the fact that you still want access, even though you're broke? I don't think the economy being bad has really anything to do with it. I think that's another bullshit talking point. That's what I think.
So 40% of Americans can't afford a $400 emergency, and 60% of Americans can't afford a $1,000 emergency. But Chrissy over here talking about black men being broke and how they're not deserving of kids because of it. Meanwhile, husband, nope. Kids, nope. Relationship, nope. Huh. And Vegas is, notice the assumption that we're all broke. Right? Huh. But of course. And don't miss don't let it be lost on you, Mr. Z, could you get it out? Don't let it be lost on you that yeah, you're not deserving of children. Dear America, you want to know why your birth rate's going to the crapper? Ta-da! Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one, Detroit. Paris is poison ivy. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. Right? Huh. If you want to know why the birth rate is going to the crapper, it's because we have a whole lot of women in America that think just like Chrissy. You want to know where Chrissy come from? You want to know where Yanni come from? You want to know where Ebony K. Williams come from? Well, these are the black daughters you produced, America. These are the black daughters you produced, Black America. While you talk crap to your sons, FD signifier, and not your literal sons, FD signifier. Huh? Don't got nothing to say about this, now do we? You will critique men and black men forever for, falling into some weirdo conservative conspiracy theory and, you know, etc., etc. But the women like this, ain't nobody got nothing to say. No one have nothing to say about any of the Chrissy types, the Yanny types. Y'all acted like Cynthia G didn't exist, right? And the ruthless, heartless revelator says, and thank you for the super chat. The marginalization of black women will either be gradual or quicker. Either way, it will happen. Their pride will be their undoing. I agree with that. I agree with that. Right. Hmm. Spain man, all three of them could be. All three of them could be. Spain man said six, or Danica Marie, or Melanie King, Catwoman. All three of them could be. There'd just be three Catwomans. That's all. Right. Oh, that's a good one, Detroit. Melanie as Wonder Woman. That's a good one. That's a good one. Right. But on that note, everyone, let me call it a day. Um, like I said, we covered this to show how out of touch Chrissy is and how far she's willing to go to defend her space, her marketing campaign, whatever it is. Black women in luxury. Black women swirler luxury movement that Chrissy is on right now. Right. So shout out to her. Yawn. Right. So, oh, that's hysterical, Detroit. Oh, that's funny. Oh, that's because it's true. It's only funny because it's true. Oh man. Oh, that was funny. That's funny because it's true. Why did I look down? Oh man, right before I closed out. That was funny. That's funny. Oh man. Especially she be drunk half the goddamn time too. Oh man, that's funny. On that note, everyone, love, peace, and chicken grease. Um, go check out other Black Manosphere content, other non-Manosphere content, for the love of God. You know, like I said, we covered this with Chrissy because it's important, man. Like, especially black men that care about black women, that care about other black men, that care about black women. Um, yeah, right. So Chrissy is out here being out of touch. What they say, the generals always find the last war. Chrissy, you're out of touch, right? You're being so myopic. It's made you out of touch. You're talking about the elders need to leave the mustard and catch up. Nah, you need to catch up, right? And on that note, we'll pause right here. Y'all have a great, great, great rest of y'all day. Mr. Z out. All right, everyone. Peace.